So I've just finished day 5 of my flamenco class. I'm a little brain dead. My body he kicked our ass today. I was just dripping in sweat. And I'm really proud of myself because the youngest was 16 years old. I'm 55. There were a scattering in their 20s and 30s, one lady in her 40s, and me. And in the first couple of days, he, being my teacher, didn't pay much attention to me. And then by today, he was just like on my ass. Like, this wasn't right, and this wasn't right, no, and this, like, but I took it as he cared. I took it that he felt my perseverance, my tenacity. He felt like, okay, this old lady's not giving up. And I quite loved it. And it showed me my spirit was felt, my commitment was felt. My body over the years has gone into different postures, and this is making me like have to open my chest. Over the years, my lower back has clenched. No, my stomach has to be there. My bum isn't as strong as when you go, do these exercises. My spirit knew that this was the training for my emotions, for my physicality, for my spirituality. So I just had so much fun. I just had so much fun. Clearly, I sucked, but that's okay. My spirit didn't. My heart didn't. And as we go into this next podcast today with Danielle, it's different but similar. When I met her, I was dating her stepfather, and he really wanted me to support what she was up to, but it had to be her choice. And as we began, we did 2 PSIs, and then she renewed for another year with private and group coaching. This woman has taken leaps and bounds, quantum leaps and bounds, in terms of her referencing life from the inside out versus the outside in. So much of her life was about keeping everybody else happy. How can she give away her power, her energy, her money, whatever it is, to make everybody else happy on the outside, which really made people take advantage of her and made her feel like a doormat and attract men that didn't value her. And through our coaching and watching her complete one relationship, we decided she's got a PhD in patience. She waited 1.5 years to get the ex out of the house to finally sell it, moving into a new relationship that's based on different qualities than her past relationships, based on deeper communication, asking for what she desires, telling the truth, not being afraid to ruffle feathers, or not being afraid of conflict. Not being afraid, like, okay, this is uncomfortable. We don't need to run for the hills. We don't need to give away our power. We don't need to shove down our voice. We can be present and communicate and create a new breakthrough, of which she's doing. So friggin' proud of this woman. And so honored that when I broke up with the boyfriend, I kept the stepdaughter. Like, that's kind of telling and really nourishing for me to not judge myself that it was a mistake to date him. I learned, but the life goes on, the learnings go on. I get to watch this beautiful young woman thrive and be more herself than otherwise. And when I think of, had I not met her, had I not given so generously to her, had I not believed in her, had I not been like straight with how valuable she is, where she'd be right now. So no regrets for that relationship that didn't work out, because watching her thrive more than makes it all worth it. All the lessons that I got out of that relationship more than makes it worth it. And so enjoy this podcast. Enjoy this podcast of a woman coming into her own.
Welcome to Intimate Conversations, Season 13, Heart Broken Open, where intimacy is an inside job.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Intimate Conversations. Here we are, season 13, and I'm calling it Heart Broken Open. And it's been a while that I've been really looking forward to bringing Danielle to you, a cherished client, a member of our community. Danielle, you always know what to say to make others feel so seen and so heard. You have a way with words. You have a way with listening where when you speak, because we often do gratitude about each other, that you
Mhm.
really, I just watch people melt. I really do. So, did a ghost just come through behind you or an animal just come through behind you or the door just, everything's fine.
Oh, you know what? It's like five cats up here, so
Five
they'll be
cats. So
going
it's
in
all
and
good.
out.
It's all
Yeah, so
good.
it's
It's all
fine.
good. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here because I want to share about your incredible journey with
Oh,
everyone.
thank you
Um,
for having me.
Yeah, yeah. So just to set the stage, I just finished 5 days of flamenco dancing, and I got one more day to go. And there was an accident on the way home, and I rushed home, and I got all dolled up and everything. And you are dealing with what right now in Boston?
Like the worst heat wave we've had, and it's been at least 4 days of this with no rain, no break, no wind, nothing. It's been absolutely awful. I am pouring sweat right now.
Jeez.
And the truck I have available right now has no AC in it because it's a 79 Bronco.
Oh, your old Bronco. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
yesterday I had to drive from one side of the state to the other. No AC.
Why?
I was visiting two friends needed me in one day, so I went
Okay.
to go see one, went to go see another,
Oh my God. You're such a
and
great kid.
I literally was pouring sweat. And of course, they both only had like one AC in their whole house, and I'm like, I lost 5 pounds yesterday just from sweating
Hey,
out.
thank you.
Just
Thank you, weather. Thank you, weather. Oh my
yeah, I'll be looking good in no time.
God. Ah, well, let's set the stage and tell like the journey of our of working together. So I first discovered you existed when I was dating your stepdad,
Hmm.
and uh we just kind of got to know each other. And there were some things in your life that you would like to take from good to great, or great to glorious, or even some grimly into
Hmm.
great, right? Um,
Yes.
and we got to know each other, and we started with like the groups and we did the privates and we also did PSIs. So
Hmm.
why don't we set the stage of where you were developmentally, emotionally, spiritually, like what was going on before you even knew I existed? Like set the stage of how your life was going.
I was definitely dating this guy who, for a few years now, had just like put me as down could be,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
feeling like I was really nothing important. And it was very difficult to try and find some like happiness in my life.
Yeah.
And he was a really good manipulator and really good at like saying some pretty like shitty things just to put you down.
Yeah.
Um, and I remember talking to my stepdad about it, and that's when he was like, "You should really talk to this lady Allana
Yeah.
because she's really good at this type of stuff." And he really strongly believed that you could help me in the
Yeah.
situation I was in.
Yeah. Yeah. For which I'm so grateful, even though the relationship didn't work out, I got you in the breakup. So I'm happy with that.
Me too.
Um, so when I first, and that's also set the stage of how you came to your situation as well, because without needing to tell the whole story, you, your mom, your stepdad had this very successful business, and you
Hmm.
had you had the ability to kind of retire if you wanted to, but you'd still obviously work. But like,
Yep.
how I haven't really never asked you this, maybe I have in the past, I can't remember, but how did your wealth affect your self-esteem along this journey as well? Because you were married before, right?
Hmm.
And then, like me, I was married twice. And then you got into this relationship. How did that success and wealth affect, if at all, your self-esteem, the relationship with the ex that you were in when I first met you?
Oh, so that's a good one. He was definitely one of those types of guys that if well, not if he was the man, so he was supposed to be the one making more money. He had
Right.
that old school personality
Yeah.
where he had to be the one making the money, and like the wife or girlfriend just stayed at home and did all like the 1950s kind of household duty things. And the
Okay.
fact that I was more successful than him really hurt his ego.
Got it.
And it actually made him quite jealous of me, even though I don't flaunt anything that I have. I mean, if you are to stumble upon it and ask me about it, I'll tell you about it.
Right.
But other than that, I keep my stuff really
Private.
low key, hush hush.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's nobody's business. And
Right.
also, too, I've definitely had a few of my guy friends say out loud, I'm glad you're not that type of girl that showboats how much
Mm.
wealth she has and makes me feel like I'm less than her. And that's the
Mm.
last thing I ever want to do, because
Right.
I want everyone to feel just as equal as I am, because I don't see myself up there. I see myself just right here.
Yeah.
Like, money didn't change me, but it definitely changed every single person that I dated.
Wow. Okay, I just want to like double click on that one. Money didn't change you, but it changed every single person you dated. How?
Hmm.
How?
Because they were really good at manipulating me. So they had really good control over me. And they'd kind of give me that like sympathy puppy thing, like, oh, I like, not I could use this, but just definitely hinted this is something they've always wanted down the road. So then I would,
Um,
and essentially it is somewhat of, I have to take some responsibility. Not saying it's my fault, but I have to take some responsibility that I did spoil them in a way. And then when I tried to reel them back in,
bring balance. Yeah.
oh god, it was
Yeah.
already broken. The
Totally.
whole, like, if it was like a stone path, it was already all cracked and just waiting for each stone to fall out from underneath me. So,
Yeah, brilliant. I'm so glad you're willing because I'm still your coach and I was gonna like it didn't change you. I'm like I think it did, but I wasn't gonna say anything until you just said it. So thank you for owning it because when I first met you, and you're very similar to me, um, parents, all parents do their best. And my parents, there was a very codependent relationship going on. My dad he's clean now, but drugs and alcohol, and mom was like, codependent, all the things. So I
hmm.
learned pretty early on that my worth, this was a misunderstanding, but I learned my worth was being able to calm everybody down. What do I need to do to sacrifice myself so that everybody will be calm, so the mayhem will come down? It'll be lower
Yep.
and higher mayhem. And I noticed this behavior in you when we first started coaching. Your worth was misunderstood as your ability to save others. So
Hmm.
money didn't change you. If anything, to me, it exacerbated that behavior. Oh, I'll just,
Yeah,
and if I just friggin'
exactly.
buy
Yeah.
them the truck or buy them the house or buy them whatever yeah.
Hmm.
So tell us more about how when we first started coaching, this pattern was really like revealed.
Well, also too, when you started coaching me, I figured out that I was taking on project men, which
Yeah.
was a huge eye opener, which was something I didn't always catch myself doing, but I'd always go for men that I felt like I had to fix and make better, or try and like turn their, like, oh, well, if I do this for them, it will make their life a little bit easier, even though I'm sacrificing a piece of myself to do it. And that was really big of you to say, because now I see it more clearly in a lot of other of my friends that are dating. If they're
Yep.
dating like essentially like a man child like that.
Totally. Yeah, yeah. Well, again, no similarities over here too. I still had my daddy wound, so I was looking for a man who would own when they hurt me. And
Hmm.
if they would own that they hurt me, somehow I was worthy and valuable. But if they didn't own it, I would still be attracted to them and like, no, look what happened. Look what, and they wouldn't own it. And so actually that healed in my relationship with your stepfather. He wouldn't own it. And I
Hmm.
realized I don't need a man to own things in order to be whole. And while that was a painful lesson, it also set me free of, 50, however many years of my wound. So you're getting it a lot earlier to
Yeah.
to complete that cycle. So as we were doing this work in the beginning, I don't know if you remember the privates, the groups, the PSI, etc. But What were some of the biggest revelations that made you go, "Oh, I can change this. This relationship isn't working for me. I'm valuable. Like something else is possible." What did you start to see?
Um, well, the breakup was something I needed to do for myself,
Yeah,
meaning like we were only just beginning the work when I broke up with him,
right.
and a lot of the work didn't that we were doing hadn't like didn't involve the breakup, you know what I mean? I did that for me. And
Yep.
then after, when we were working together, between the group calls and just seeing a lot of people were going through the same things that I was going to do,
Yeah.
or the PSIs that we had together,
Yeah.
really helped break down the mental walls that I had built up around the situations. I gotta say, after the second PSI, I felt completely different. I even had a close friend of mine say, "You like talk and seem different." And even though I didn't put actions first when I got back right away, I incorporated them throughout the months for when I felt comfortable, and then it just started, rolling and going. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I want to talk about one thing and then I want to go back to where wounds actually come from that come up in these PSIs. I'd call you, you have a PhD in patience, and you have
oh
been
yeah,
you have
I
been
do.
such an inspiration because people watched you do PSI 1, PSI 2,
Hmm.
and you decided to stay in the community even though your stepfather didn't want to contribute I really thought I wouldn't see you
Hmm.
again. And it meant so much to me that you really did value the work we were doing and you renewed for another year. And this ability to get your ex out of the house that you owned, what did it take? A year and a half?
Yeah, it took a year and a half from like
Yeah.
November 2023 to April 30th, 2025.
Yeah.
So,
Tell us what you learned. How has what we've done, group private PSI, allowed you to have this patience? And had we not done this work, how do you think you would have handled that?
if I hadn't had the patience,
If we hadn't done
oh,
this work, how would you have handled that
oh,
situation?
I would have folded so quick. I would have given him everything he wanted just so I could just be gone and not hold any value. And
Mm,
there were a lot of sacrifices I was actually willing to take, even with the value that I had learned, just because I just wanted it done.
yep.
But I did have a strong friend group that were friends with him, and now they're friends with just me because they saw the whole thing happen.
Wow. Wow.
And I never asked them to take sides. I'm not that type of girl that's like, you have to stick with me or whatever.
I agree. Yeah.
But they just saw everything that unfolded after and heard in between what was going on.
Yeah.
Um, they were the ones that they did help support me in giving me more of a backbone, um, and reassurance that everything that we had worked for was what I should be doing. So I
Yeah.
was able to not give him what he originally wanted, and I literally just I followed the rules. I wasn't petty. I didn't like
Yeah.
slash his tires or anything like that to try and get him out. Did I steal all the light bulbs in the house because he kept raising the electric? Yes, I did. But I didn't do anything that would come back to bite me in the ass
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
road. So, like, you just, um, if someone's going to do that type of stuff, just play it best to the knowledge that will benefit you in the end. I
Yeah.
didn't do anything legal to try and get him out. I literally waited him out, and honestly, the year and a half is gone. It flies right by.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
amazing what like a year, how fast a year can go the older you get, and
Totally.
it honestly it paid off so much. So
Well, it's paid off in a couple ways. My concern with people, if they don't come and do the type of work that we do, is even if you would have paid him off early, right? Got him out,
yeah,
you would have less money, but he'd be out of your hair. You wouldn't have grown. And so you would
yeah,
have attracted another guy like that, or, and you would have just kept letting yourself be manipulated or be a doormat or let their anger manipulate and control you. But
exactly.
you've grown, and now you have skills to apply to this next relationship. And by the sounds of things, it's way more conscious, way more honest, way more
Hmm.
connected. Communication is way better. There's patience, there's allowance, there's gratitude. There's yeah, all these new skills. So how do you see? So the result is you have PhD in patience. Um, you played by the book. You got him out. You got all the wealth that was yours that you put into it in the first place, and
Hmm.
you learn these skills that you're simultaneously now applying over into this new relationship. What's different about this one?
The honesty that I can say to him.
Mm,
Um, I mean, I've always been good with having conversations with people, meaning like I know not to argue with an angry man because that just never works out. So I'm always down for a conversation, even if I
yeah,
know it's going to hurt my feelings. Um, you know, best friends or boyfriend and girlfriends have to have hard conversations in order to move on.
yeah.
When we, and I'll even say, like, if we upset each other's feelings or anything, first rule of thumb is don't text about it because how I'm saying it on one end is perceived differently on the other end. I've
Mm,
learned that with this one that you don't text your angry thoughts.
thank you.
You actually meet eye to eye.
Yeah,
I usually say, hey, I'm going to drop the conversation right now because when we text, it never ends good. So we can either have a phone call or we can wait till we're back at home together and we'll
right,
talk about it. So,
right, right.
because, yeah, I think text messaging your feelings and stuff, it's just such like a minefield, you never know where you're going
Agreed.
to step.
Yeah. Yeah. And how about the dynamic of you having wealth, and this is somebody from the past who has grown as well, and you've
Mhm.
grown. How does that feel to have a relationship where you're both taking ownership, responsibility, and you're growing together? What's that like different this time?
Um,
Like who he was when now and who he was when you met him before is a different guy, correct?
Oh yeah, he had a lot of work he had to do on himself,
Yeah.
as anyone does, especially like we dated so young. We dated between 19 and 21. So
Mm,
you obviously have no idea what the hell you're doing.
yeah.
But we both like we still lived like in the same state or a state away, but we both took time off to like do our own thing, figure ourselves out. And
Mm,
he had a lot of work that he had to do because he did have like um not like anger he was gonna hit someone, but just like anger like I'm gonna throw my phone, you know what I mean? So he had a
yeah.
lot of like, I definitely say that's growing up, and he did. So he has a lot more like self-control, and he
Mm,
understands that I don't like that type of energy in the house, so he tries to like not show it at home,
mm.
or he'll just go outside and do something outside.
To
So, which is
work it.
good because it gives me really bad PTSD. If I
Mm,
can like sense he's annoyed or anything, like I feel like that, like my whole body just clenches. So,
yeah.
but if I'm like, hey, I don't like the attitude this morning, like he'll go take a walk, he'll go to the gym, or he'll go outside and he'll do yard work or something. So,
Mm,
but I always say to him, you're human. You have the right to be frustrated and
of course.
express the things you're feeling, but
Yeah.
don't like direct it anywhere in my
At me.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How
'Cause
has your PTSD shifted from two PSIs? And I look forward to us hopefully doing our third here at some point. But what
mhm.
did you notice? Because without talking about any details at all, I really, I feel so grateful that I know you and love you because some things that came up in the PSIs you never told your mom or your stepdad
No,
or
I would
your
never.
dad. Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No. I don't uh, I I just know how they would react, and it would just be like no.
yeah,
Like I just wouldn't
exactly.
want to, like I wouldn't want to have them be like, why didn't you tell me? Why, like we could have talked about this or stuff. I felt like those were my situations, and I wanted to handle them in my way
Right.
without them involved. So,
Right. And yet, had we not met and had we not had this beautiful ability to go deep into the body to
mhm.
integrate subconscious wounds, you still would be carrying those, during the 18 months of trying to be patient and probably not accomplish patience, right? Or
Right.
wouldn't have the ability to be so much more improved with your current boyfriend. Like,
Hmm.
kind of imagine had we not met and those wounds that you had said you're just going to handle yourself. And I think you're probably accurate. I don't know if they had the ability to receive you without trying to fix you because they're
Yeah, like I've sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
that's okay. They're just not trained as a facilitator like me. Most parents
Well,
are.
that's the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I could talk to you about it and I know we could work on it because you can handle this type of thing, but you don't also have that like um parental connection. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I'm a third party. Yeah.
right. So I feel like they would try to fix it really badly when it's just like I would rather get professional help.
Right.
That's what I mean by fixing it on my own is like between a professional and
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
not parents trying to scramble on how to fix a traumatic thing that happened like over a decade and a half ago. It would just be bad. Like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
And it
get
would.
anywhere.
One thing that's amazing is it was still in your body from a decade ago, and it will stay in anybody's body until it gets
Hmm.
integrated. Second, parents are often, I'm a parent, if something horrible happens to your child, there's this guilt. What did I do wrong? How could I have stopped it? Right? And then it's not
Yes.
about the kid, it's about yourself. So you're not
Hmm.
even present.
That's the perfect way to explain it. I was trying to think of how to explain it, but they would take it on themselves. Then they would make it their problem.
And you're
And
still over here hurting.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's like now I would feel like shit, I like did this to them. Like it would be
Yeah.
a whole just like down the toilet bowl drain
Totally.
of just everyone just pointing fingers at each other going, I did this, you did this, like, and it would be nobody's fault. It's none of our faults that this happened. So
Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you that I was blessed to be put in your life so I could be this person to resolve that. Just like I have
mhm,
my coaches that were put in my life to help me resolve my traumas as well.
exactly.
Yeah. And so, what can you share with people about what it's like to get something that you knew was in there and it didn't make any sense that it was causing PTSD more than usual. It didn't really make
Yeah.
sense that it was making you doubt your worth. It didn't really make sense that because you're a confident woman, like all these things, but there was still something in you that would make you give away your power or think it was your fault when it wasn't. And then it got resolved. And then all of a sudden, the relationship resolved and a better relationship came. Like, how can you explain to people the power of integrating these wounds inside the body and heart?
Like, do you mean like the results of what happened after we did the PSIs?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
like you're a clever woman. I don't think you would have went, "Oh, I'm sure this is not working out because of what happened 10 years ago," because it doesn't make any sense.
No, it
But
doesn't.
now that
It's
it's
all
resolved, people are
it's
like,
like
"You're
all these
different."
little links together
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
were a lot of the links were like this, and then when we did the PSI, they went like this.
yeah.
But you don't really notice the change until you get back home,
Right.
is when I really noticed it.
Mm,
And I definitely said I was going to do a lot more stuff than what I was going to do, but I had all that confidence
mm.
in me. And I didn't
Yeah.
back out of it because I was scared of doing it. I backed out of it because I found other ways
You
to
pivoted.
work with it. Yeah. Yeah,
Pivoted.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I like took the idea, and even though I had a gun ho idea with you when we were talking,
It
and
evolved.
then yeah, and but then it just instead of disappearing and me being like, oh well, I'll deal with it later, and I never dealt with it. It
Mm,
was more like, okay, instead of this route, I can do this route, and now let's bounce an idea off that route to see how this route can keep going. That you just can't give up on the initial goal. That's the
right.
thing.
Yeah.
It's when people all of a sudden are like, you know what, like that was a great PSI, and like this isn't I got home and now I'm really thinking about it. This isn't what I'm gonna do anymore. That's when you just fail. You just if you're not comfortable with the direct route, you just gotta find just an alternative path. And
Yeah. You're saying this really well, sweetheart. It's the essence of self-honor and
mm-hmm,
freedom.
mm-hmm.
And this was the best we came up with. But once you got home, you still move forward with self-honor and freedom in an even better way. That,
Yeah,
yeah, amazing.
yeah, exactly. Um it was probably like after a month of our second PSI did I really start to feel like changed in a better way. Like
Mm.
things just started to make more sense, and that's when I just started sticking up more for myself.
Yep.
I used to always not really have a voice or just kind of let just everyone talk over me.
Yeah.
And now it's like something has awakened where like I catch myself just speaking out of not out of line, but definitely out of turn and saying what I have to say, whether it's and I'm never going at it aggressively. I'm just like, like what you have to say,
Truth.
that's what you have to say. Like I
Yeah.
disagree with it, but also too, I'm not going to shit on you for having your own ideas.
Yeah.
Just because we disagree with it doesn't make you a bad person.
But in
So,
the past, you were so afraid of conflict.
yeah,
You,
I wouldn't say anything at all.
right.
I'd be afraid about what people say, but now it's kind of like I got like my handful of friends. That's all I need. Everyone else is just like an acquaintance. I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances.
Right.
And I do value the time when I get to see him and whatnot, but I have a small niche of people that fully understand me, back me up no matter what, and that's all I need. It's not
Yeah.
like a popularity contest. I need my little family that I made for myself.
Thank you. Yeah. Same as me. Not necessarily the blood family, but
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
like
soul family.
a lot of my blood family I don't talk to or they're all dead. And it
Mm.
is what it is. Like my brother and sister, I will never talk to them again unless one of our parents dies, you know what I mean? And
Mm.
that's fine. I got sisters and I got brothers that would literally give an arm for me. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's all I need.
Wow. For those people that like I talk to my dad a little bit from time to time. I don't really talk to my sister much. Um and I just have, I guess we'll use the word, a boundary, like I,
Mhm.
or a value that I need a figure 8 relationship if you're going to be in my inner circle. I contribute
Yeah.
to you, you contribute to me. I have your back, you have my back. That 3 a.m. call, you won't judge me. You'll come get me if I need help, right? Those kind of inner relationships.
I
Um,
had one of those a couple of months ago. Someone
Tell
called
me.
me at like 12:30 in the morning
Yeah.
and he was like, I I need a ride home. I have no one else to call. You're like literally the only person I can call.
Mm,
And it was a guy who called me, one of my very good friends.
yeah.
And in the past, I would have just said, no, can't do it because my boyfriend's gonna be mad at me.
Mm,
I'm sorry, figure it out. Hope you make it home.
mm,
But I ended up waking up my boyfriend and I said to him, listen, if you're gonna be mad for me doing this, then be mad at me for doing this. But a friend needs me. I'll be gone an hour tops, but I gotta go do this. I need to go help him. And he
mm,
was like, I'm not excited about it because it's 12:30 in the morning, but
mm,
go do what you gotta go do.
mm,
And I went, I helped him out, gave him a ride home. And when I got home, my boyfriend wakes up early, like super early, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And he was playing video games and I sat down next to him on the couch and we acted like it didn't even happen and it was awesome. And I thanked him for it, for being
wow.
respectful that I had to go do this.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. You didn't
yes.
tell me that. Congratulations that you have. To me, it's like this inner respect that's not seeking approval on the outside or not speaking your truth on the, like, all of that external need for your worth, like, is leaving.
Mhm.
And you know your truth. You live in integrity with it. And now
Yeah.
you've attracted a partner who honors your truth.
Right.
So good.
Yes. It's because we have good communication. If there's ever a rut, I'm like, I don't want to talk about it later. I want to try and talk about it as soon as we can.
Mm.
Because the longer you let it like fester, the worse
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
Well,
So,
I grew up watching, I'm going to call it a conflict, a fight, a rupture that never
mhm.
got repaired, ever. It was fake, or the same fight would always happen. Or then there was a divorce. Like they never did the work to learn how to repair a rupture. And it's one of the things I love to do with couples. One of the things
Yep.
that means the world to me. And I repeated my parents, what I learned from my parents, and I just pretended everything was fine when it wasn't, and then that didn't
Mhm.
work. Divorce, right? So how are you with rupture and repair in the past before doing this work, and now from doing this work with your boyfriend or with friends or with family or with whoever?
So, in the past, whenever there was conflict, I was really like super hesitant, never wanted to like start anything, just
Yeah.
like, maybe this is just a lot. I can remember from being married because he was very manipulative and controlling. That's definitely my type. Haha. Was my type. I should say
Thank you.
was my type. Um, was they would just manipulate the situation and make it come out that I was the bad guy for wanting to talk about the situation and trying to fix it. So I got into
Oh,
this heavy
yeah.
flow of, just put this one to bed and maybe next time it will be better. And it just always was the
Well, it
same
doesn't.
thing. Always the same thing. But this time around,
Yeah.
it's funny you say I'm the queen of patience. I don't have the patience for people to doubt me. If I say
And
I'm
that's
going to
not
be where I am,
patience. That's a standard. That's
yeah.
different. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people just not believing what I'm saying, what I'm doing. If I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. The only thing I'm terrible about is time. So like if people are like when are you going to be home? I don't know, but I'll be home because I'm always wrong with time. Something always comes up that distracts me away from actually being on time. And you know what? That's okay. That's my flaw. I understand it.
You're
Maybe I'll
working
fix
on
it,
it.
maybe I won't. But I just now when conflict comes up, I either want to fix it right away. If they don't want to fix it, call me sometime or don't. I can't make you do anything. And I have to be more. No, I am. I am now. I'm definitely more just like if nothing gets resolved, I just let it go.
Allow. Let it go.
Oh,
Allow. But
I
they no
just
longer get to be in your inner circle if they're not going to repair something.
no, no,
Right.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's not like I don't want to deal with it, but like, how many times do I have to shoot you a message or try calling you to try and fix whatever rift had occurred? It's
Yeah.
just, I mean, this just happened with my friend. Our dads have been best friends since they were 5 years old.
Mm.
We're 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 hours apart.
Hmm.
I have been through all her family trauma
Mm.
as much as she's been a part of mine.
Yeah.
And a year ago, I don't know what I did.
Mm.
She just stopped inviting me over to see her and whatever, and
Mm.
I just have to accept that, like, that's that. So
Mm.
for right now, if she were to reach out to me, great, maybe we can hash something out. But
Sure.
I can't be sitting here waiting for
Right.
her to get back to me.
Thanks for letting me know this because one of the other unexpected outcomes of doing this work is you
Hmm.
become more conscious. You become
Yeah.
more present. You stop being a victim. You stop blaming others. You look to the positive. You take ownership. You tell
Hmm.
the truth. You live in integrity with your soul. You do all these really like spiritually mature things. And
Oh
some of
yeah.
my friends don't like that. Or, I mean, even marriages or relationships, like they're like, oh no, we do the victim thing. We blame everybody, like, come back down. You're like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that anymore. So sometimes when we see them, they know we see them. We see more of them because we're willing to see more of us. And that
Well,
makes them uncomfortable. Maybe
my
that's what's going on. I don't know.
my friend said something really the other day. Well, I'm probably gonna get it wrong, so help me if I'm wrong. What did he say? He said he'd rather tell bitter truths than sweet lies.
Thank you. That's
And
lovely.
I was like, I love that. Like,
Yes. Yes. Well,
and and you don't have to when you're being honest, you don't have to be aggressive. You know what I
no.
mean? Like honesty is really hard to tell to someone when you don't want to hurt them, but I always say if you're asking me for my opinion in the truth,
Yes.
I'll tell you.
Right. Well,
So,
one of the skills we learn in the work that we do are dyads, where you ask questions and the receiver just says thank you, which doesn't even
yeah.
mean you agree. It just means I understood you. So we feel so good to be understood, and you learn we don't have to agree on everything. There's
Exactly.
not even possible. So that's totally fine. We can agree to disagree and stay connected, still understand each other, still keep our heart open, and still be friends or lovers or what have you. But
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
lot of people's mm, worth is based on being right. I'm the right one. You're
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
I won. You lost. I'm better. You're worse. Like that's actually their worth, which is unfortunately very spiritually immature. Third dimensional, fourth dimensional, fifth dimension is like, no, it's a win, win, win. It's a win for you.
Yep.
Be in your truth. A win for me. I'll be in my truth. And a win for all because we're better together because we can be an allowance and we don't have to agree to be connected.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love this.
Absolutely.
I love this. I love that you're being this with the inner circle, and I like that you're being an allowance with this friend that doesn't want to. It takes courage.
Hmm.
It takes a lot of courage to open your heart and connect when you feel uncomfortable. It takes a lot of courage to own things and to not need to stay in your head and be right. It takes a lot of courage. Um,
Yeah.
this is just coming up when you mentioned earlier, some of your family's dead. How did you handle death having gone? What's the correlation between the work that we've done and your ability to be like with Grampy's death?
Um, well, I mean, his death wasn't sudden, so that kind of helped. It was
Yeah,
kind of like you already were like mentally prepared this was going to happen. I think if like obviously it'd be way more traumatic if like I came over to visit him and he was like he had
sure,
passed away even comfortably in his sleep, that would be more
sure.
traumatic for me, you know, but like this was like at least a good month of knowing ahead of time. But it's funny when it did happen, it felt more of like a relief
Mm,
because he just wasn't laying there anymore. Because that,
mm,
like, if he could have had an outer body, outer body experience and see
yeah,
himself where he was, he would have been like, hell no, I'm out. So,
yeah.
um, and also too, like, I know he's here in this house still.
Mm.
Actually, in this room, it's the most quote unquote haunted room in the house. You
Is it
hear
because
a dog walking around a lot up here.
uh-huh.
And that was even before Noodles passed away.
Uh,
That was the dog of who was it? It was Chad, the cocker spaniel that he had when my
uh,
dad was a teenager.
wow. Wow.
So there's a lot of like there's a lot of connection in this house.
Mm,
So it still makes it feel like he's here. It
beautiful.
doesn't make me sad anymore because also too I'm going to be like transforming this house into my house, and my grampy was one of those guys that took pride in the house he built
Yeah,
and the land that he had.
yeah,
And um also too, my dad lives right next door, so I know that makes him happy that I'm going to be
yeah,
here next door as well, cuz I think it gives him reassurance that like the family's still staying together. So,
yeah, yeah.
and I
Uh,
like that. My dad's my best friend, so I
mm,
absolutely adore it.
this is so good. I wanted to reflect to you that watching you go through that, when we first started, a feeling would come up and you would push it away,
Mhm.
or a feeling would come up and it would take you over. Now, when I watched Grampy pass and you were present with your feelings, you let the wave come up and pass.
Yep.
You, you
I
stayed.
honestly felt it. So
Did you?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and you stayed here with your
Yep.
feelings, and now that's a skill that you've learned through
Mm.
this work, right? It's a capacity you've developed that you can now bring to any other situations that make you feel sad, but also situations that make you feel really happy. You can allow the happiness to really be here.
The
Um,
happiness comes out so hard. I cry over the silliest things now.
Tell
Like
me.
I'm like watching like this wonderful home good feeling movie, and I'm like bawling my eyes out on the
I
couch.
love you.
Oh, you know what really gets me? I can't
What?
watch nature documentaries because
Uh-huh.
I'm always like that those animals have a family, and like I get way too sentimental. My boyfriend was watching one about dinosaurs, fake CGI dinosaurs, and one of the babies got eaten by a giant frog, and I was
Yeah.
crying on the couch and bawling my eyes out.
But I love that you're willing to feel.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're willing to
I
feel.
love it. I honestly I think it's super therapeutic, and like it's funny being out with someone and something really like awesomely wonderful or nice happens, because
Uh-huh.
you don't see that out in the world these days. So when it happens right in front of me, I am like, that was just so lovely. Oh my
Oh,
god. Like
no.
and my friends are like, I don't know you. You were just too
Oh,
much. And I'm like, no, I like feeling everything that I feel. So
I love you for this. You're such an inspiration for this. I'm very similar. I just, as you know, moved to Santa Fe, and
mhm.
I was walking around town. I'm just feeling this draw to meet people. And I go into the like jewelry store, or the gift shop, or the gallery. And I'm
Yeah.
attracted to these older women, like kind of crones in their like, set like 65, 70, 75 age.
The
And
wonderful time that they are. Yeah.
yeah,
They got
and we
such
talk.
personality.
Yeah, we talk and they say, we've talked for a little bit. Then they're like, and then they say these really wise things like, thank you for doing the work that got you to Santa Fe. We're so blessed to have you. And I start crying. And I'm like, can I hug you? Because it's so good to feel. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love feeling everything. So,
Mm, mm,
and it's funny, like I love feeling my emotions and I'm huge with sense of touch as well.
mm,
Like they're weirdly combined together. A lot of nostalgia feelings
mm,
going to like touching like certain cloths and things like that. It literally triggers so much weird memories or sometimes even things that haven't happened and then they happen like deja vu later on and it's
wow.
really bizarre, but I like it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you for embracing your superpowers. Yeah. And thank you. This is how I think I'll complete this phase and then we'll go on to part two over on Patreon. Last call, I don't remember what the trigger was, but there was like an agitation kind of to the energy. And I got a sense it was time for you. It was time for you
mm,
to take time for you. So sometimes the feelings are sad, grumpy, or happy, joyous, right?
hmm
But sometimes they're agitation. And I'm also noticing you can be with it, identify quite quickly what it is that's missing that you need, and then take an action to honor yourself. And I'm thinking in the past, if you didn't have that skill, you'd blame someone else, you'd stuff it down, take another drink, whatever, we do.
mm.
So tell them about what you've decided to do and that process of me going, hey, what's going on, my love? Let's feel that.
Okay, so I have definitely been wanting to just take a mini vacay just for me because I
Yeah.
feel like I am just involved into too much of everybody's life, and sometimes mama just needs a break.
Yes.
So, yep, sometimes, and like it's not uncommon, especially now that I'm older, because I used to see either my mom, my dad, or my stepdad. They would all go off on their own little mini adventures. And like when I was married, because I was with someone so controlling, I'd be like, isn't it weird like you're going off without your spouse? And each one of them said, no, I actually find it very healthy, very therapeutic. Like it's just, I'm just doing time for me. I'm just
Yeah.
literally if I want to read a book all day and I don't have to feel like I have to entertain somebody,
Yes. Yes.
that's all I want to do. So I'm taking my two puppies with me so my boyfriend can have a puppy break. He can just
Nice.
hang out with the roommate cats.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go up to New Hampshire. I found this place. It's right off a giant lake with lots of boats that go by.
The pictures look
Um,
gorgeous.
yeah, I'm looking
What?
forward to that.
Uh,
And the place that I'm staying has like kayaks, a dock,
uh,
a hot tub, like an outdoor like fire pit, like
uh,
everything I just want to just
yes.
sit.
Good.
Just sit. I would just want to turn my brain off. Like if I can, I'm gonna turn my phone off as much as I can during the day
Good.
because I don't want it. It makes me wish I had just like a digital camera so I could still take pictures without actually having my phone
Right. Right.
on.
'Cause
You
then you
know what
get
I mean?
pulled into other
That's like
things.
the only downfall sometimes.
Yeah. I hear you.
But
Wow.
I'm going Sunday to Wednesday.
Stunning. Oh, I'm so happy
Yes.
for you. Reset, reboot,
That's
rejuvenate.
literally it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this.
I've been talking about this honestly since my house was selling.
Yeah.
That like once it was over, I was just gonna take and it's not like a luxury bougie thing or anything, like literally just a 2.5 hour drive up
Yeah.
north.
And
Just
how did
chill.
you bring it up to your boyfriend as a teaching to others who want to do that, but just don't know how to bring it up?
It's because me and him right now, like we're in like a not like a terrible spot, but like we've just been like lacking of intimacy a little bit, and
Mhm.
it's a lot on me because I've just been distracted with everything going on. I know it's not an excuse, but um I've been very off, hence why I need this time off. And he was a little hesitant at first because he thought like it was one of those like guys take these trips when they're in a bad spot in their relationship, and I'm like, literally, it's just the timing of everything worked out because my job's going to be starting in middle July.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to take any time off after that for a long time. So this is like my only window right now where I'm just
Mm,
like, I got to go for it. So we definitely had a good half-hour long conversation last week about it.
mm,
And I was like, I will try harder on my part here
mm.
to be more attentive to your needs and everything like that. I always make sure it's like I don't try to sugarcoat it. I literally dig deep in it and I'm like, I will be more attentive. We will do this, we will do that. Like we're actually going on a date Friday. Like I
Good.
try to make time special between the two
Yeah.
of us
I
because
love it.
I am a social butterfly. I do leave the house a lot,
Yeah.
but it's just I need a certain battery amount of people time filled.
Yeah.
So,
So you need your social time. And I think you also need your replenishment time in order to be more patient, more attentive,
yes.
more appreciative. Like we can't give from an empty cup. So,
And that's literally where I am. It's literally like the very little bit of a water bottle and I'm just like I have no more to give.
yeah.
The whole process with the house selling within the past couple of months has been exhausting
Yes.
and I need like just a little reboot, like a little
And a celebration. That was a
yes.
big deal. That wasn't just sell a house. That was deal with a rather crazy ex, and developing a
Mhm.
lot of patience and learning a lot of lessons and having, yeah. So you deserve it that you
Mhm.
accomplished a house selling, but you accomplished a big spiritual um, evolution, if you ask me. So,
Yes.
and I believe you'll come back more appreciative of your boyfriend, maybe
Oh,
even more
absolutely.
clear with your vision of the future or what's really important to you and what really isn't. All those kind of things when you can just be with yourself. I love this.
Yep, I'm going to be journaling a whole bunch.
Yeah,
I'm literally just bringing every mental health thing I can cram in my
good,
like very little electronics, like literally just my phone. I'm not bringing my laptop.
good,
I want it to be woodsy fun time, puppy time,
good.
get them swimming type of deal.
Oh my God. So fun. So fun. So, what would you say to people? You know, all the different flavors, the group calls in the community and being there with each
Hmm.
other every work. You know, the depth that we go to in private sessions, and you know, a PSI weekend and how transformative that is for these deep,
Yep.
deep wounds. What would you say to people that are like, wow, I might really be interested in this?
I would definitely say, especially if it's with you, if you put in the amount of work that she puts in the amount of work with you, you're gonna make magic happen. And
Mm,
it's just wonderful. It's definitely a game. It's something I didn't think could happen for me,
mm,
and I'm so blessed that it did.
mm.
So,
Thank you, sweetheart. We are
oh,
blessed
thank
to have
you.
you. We are blessed to have you. And now we're going to go over to Patreon. I'm going to ask you some fun questions. Oh, and by the
Mm,
way, also, then we're going to dance. But also, just a last thought, if you want to do a session while you're there away, if that would be like a contribution, get in my
oh,
calendar. If it's
okay.
for like personal care time, so that when you come back, if I can be before I go off to Spain for a month, just let me know if I can
Yeah,
support
I'll
you.
see if you have any availability next week. So,
Sounds good. All right.
okay.
Well, I'm still really glad I got you in the deal, and you're a blessing to my life. And thank you for letting me love you, and thank you for the light that you are to everyone in the community. And
Oh, thank you.
yeah, for those of you watching, this is the deep work that's real that can happen. This is the incredible community that we have to share together. And I look forward to meeting you if you would like to connect with me on this. There's something called an intimacy breakthrough experience call. All of this will be in the show notes for you. There'll be a podcast coupon in there, scholarship in there as well. So you can book a call with me. And yeah, congratulations, sweetheart. I'm so happy to see
Thank you.
your life. Yeah. All right. So we'll see you soon over on Patreon. We love you. Mwah. See you next week on Intimate Conversations. Get out there and make love to life. Okay, this is the view from my Airbnb in Seville. And this is actually where I'm doing my laundry. It's in there. And then I'm gonna and have it air dry. as I started to shoot part 2 of this video, the end of the podcast, there's this dragonfly that's just been hanging out with me up here. So again, dragonflies symbolize transformation and new beginnings, which is exactly what Danielle is going through. She has done so much deep inner work. She's let go not only of a relationship that didn't work when we first started working together, but the behaviors that attracted that kind of partner that didn't value her, the kind of behaviors where she wasn't sure whether she was of value, the behaviors where she would give away her power to make somebody else happy rather than speak her truth, because her autonomic nervous system, her ability to be with conflict, no bueno. So we integrated those wounds, and now she's able to be, she doesn't love it. Who loves it? Who loves conflict? But no, she has the ability to experience a rupture and repair it. She has the experience to be able to be in the unknown, speak her truth, let go of attachment to what's going to happen, and continue to move forward. She's so friggin' inspiring to me that she continues to do the work, value the work, see the benefits of the work. People said she was different. Certainly after her second PSI. They could tell she was more in her body, referencing her worth from the inside out, not giving away her power from the outside in. And when I broke up with her stepfather, I thought, well, that's the end of it. She's gonna, I'll never see her again. Oh no, she renewed. She values this work. Her strength is getting deeper. Her self-expression is getting freer. And her relationship that she's in right now is the healthiest relationship she's ever been in with a man. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. So inspired by her. And she has this capacity to appreciate and be grateful for the other members on the call in a way that frankly excels mine. She's really, she just nails it. She's just so super clean, so super clear, so super honoring that people really feel adored by her, seen by her, appreciated by her. She's such a gift to our community. So this type of work works. This type of work takes commitment. This type of work, she's been in our community for a year. I guess it's been a year and a half. And her relationship with herself keeps getting better. Her relationship with her boyfriend keeps getting better. And the next level of conversation of what it's going to take. Are we going to take this relationship to the next level? Are we going to, they have decided to move in together. Are we going to talk about being, exclusive and are we going to talk about a family and children? Was this just the next step on our soul's evolution, or does this have like phase 2, phase 3? So I love that she keeps out, she doesn't go into conclusion. She doesn't just settle. She's really super willing for her life to thrive. And this next new transformative new beginning of how she's going to also give her gifts on the planet. She came into wealth young, and now what is her next offering to humanity with her gifts and talents? She inspires me. So if this is, I would like to do this work. I want to shift from feeling like a doormat to feeling valued. I want to learn how to repair ruptures. I want to learn how to speak my truth. I want to shift the pattern of relationships from unhealthy to healthy. I want to take my power back. I want to stop giving it away. Any of these things that resonate with you, oh, how I would love to walk on this journey with you. This family of clients, this community, this frequency family. We're a good bunch. We rise together. We tell the truth together. We're vulnerable and brave together. We laugh, we cry together. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. So it's called an Intimacy Breakthrough Experience Call. You can register for it. There's a scholarship in the show notes that you can use. I can see you in my calendar super soon. I hope this hasn't been too windy for you. I'm going to now take my laundry and hang it up and then go out on my second to last day in Seville before I head to Mallorca to be with my other teacher trainers and give my body a little bit of a break from 5 days straight of flamenco dancing. All right, I love you so much.